Hello, it's your boy Rahim. In this video, I'm going to share how you could join venture with your landlord, right? I've been approached by so many of my students or people I know are struggling to raise finances and they're renting properties. They're really struggling to get that money. So in this video today, I'm going to share how you could really build that relationship with your landlord and work with your landlord, let them invest in you, in the properties that you're interested in, for a 50-50 of whatever agreement you've made, okay? Profit share. So in this video, that's exactly what I'm going to share with you because that's what I did when I started with my rent-to-rent property strategy. Okay, so what you need basically, you need to break the ice, okay? Your landlord are no zombies, okay? They're normal people like us. They're not different to you and I, okay? Break the ice, make a joke, ask them about the weather, stuff like that, especially if they're coming around to your house frequently or if you live with them, right? Take that barrier, my landlord and I'm a tenant. To break that ice, okay? Once you break that ice, get to know them, be caring, ask about their family, get to know their family, how many children they have, what their hobbies are like, what they like doing in their spare time, all that sort of thing, right? So what you do, once you break that ice, you get to know them, they start being interested in you. So once they start being interested in you and then start talking about property, right? Tell them about how you admire them if you have to, right? How they've been doing absolutely amazing, and tell them about whatever property courses you've been to or what you're doing in property, so what you intend to do. Act as if you've already started property. Talk about it. They like to talk about properties, by the way, because some of them have been into property for a very long time. They've got lots of experience and some of them are even getting tired of it, right? Just talk about it. Break that. Once you break that ice, you start talking about property, and obviously talk about property sometimes and then talk about hobbies or social stuff sometimes until you build that sort of trust, right? So regardless whether you're renting a whole house from them, say a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom or a flat, or you're renting a room in the HMO property, it doesn't matter what the situation is, okay? Just talk to them if you happen to meet them, right? If you're direct to the agent, find a way you could meet the landlord, right? Find a way you could communicate with the landlord so that you can get to know these people. They're very genuinely nice people, 90% of them, or I would say 99% of them, okay? They're exactly people like us. So once you've got to know them, okay, talking about properties, look for problems. Look for problems. Say, for example, if you're living in a shared house, right? The house is not being looked after nicely. When the room becomes vacant, nobody goes in and clean and check it. The landlord is struggling to rent the properties. These are the problems you need to be looking for, right? And again, if you're renting a house, if maintenance work needs to be done and they've not been doing it and they've sent in tradesmen are messing about, find the problem, right? Find that problem, right, that you may be able to add value to or you can help resolve, right? Say, for example, you live in a HMO property, the landlord is struggling to rent the room and offer to help them rent that room, right? Offer to help them rent that room. If you offer to help them rent that room, if you rent that room out, right, guess what? They will start to believe in you, right? They will start to believe in you. Once they start believing in you, they will start being confident with you. Right, so if they still keep struggling on the property, then ask them, how about if his name is John, whatever his name is John, how about if I can take on your property from you, right? Maybe on a management basis, I'll manage the property for you. I know you live far away, some of them live in London, some of them live in different towns and cities, then how about if I can manage your property for you for a small fee? Right, so you don't have to be driving back and forth every single day, setting up the rooms or getting the tradesmen in. I can do all that for you. That's one way of starting a relationship. Or you could say, John, I know you're struggling to rent this property. I've started this property stuff. I'm doing really well. I want to take on the whole house from you. I know this house is causing you trouble sometimes because you have to come around and travel, get the tradesmen in, get them to do the works. I can take all that pain away from you. You don't have to travel here anymore. Right, and I will pay you guaranteed rent for the whole house, whether I rent the rooms or not. And also, I'll take care of the repair and maintenance for you as well. You don't have to pay me management fees, by the way. Right? So if the landlord is in that position, guess what? He would want to work with you. Right? Because he knows you're resolving that problem for him. Plus, you guarantee him the rent. He may be happy to give you a discount, by the way. He will, because he knows the time it takes him to travel to get to work, to resolve the issue in that house, right, and the number of rooms he's got vacant because he's not looking after those rooms, right, equate to the discount you may be asking for anyways. So if it's a smart landlord, he will say, you know what, you can take it, right, and then give me a guaranteed rent every month, especially if you've helped him before and you've built that relationship with him. Okay, that's what you do. Say suppose he doesn't want to do that, right? Tell him, like what I did. I met my landlord. He was in the same. I used to live with my landlord. Okay, we used to live in a 12-bedroom HMO, but he has his own sort of area in the house, like a ensuite sort of area. But we usually meet in the sitting room because he likes to sit in the sitting room. So I met him. I told him, listen, I know about the amazing strategy. This strategy is amazing, and basically it makes us money. And then he was like, what is that strategy? Right? I said, this strategy is you rent the property from a landlord who's either struggling or just tired, fed up of looking after these properties, or inherited it, cannot manage it, right? We take that property from them and we pay them guaranteed rent, and then we rent that property room by room basis. He was like, that is crazy, Rahim. Who will give you their property at a discount and allow you to rent it out? Right? Because I've built that relationship with him, I've got that rapport with him. He said to me, Rahim, if you could get someone who would allow you to rent their property, I will be all in with you. Right? He said he would be all in with me. I said, fantastic. So I went out there searching, basically. I went out there searching because I couldn't rent his house. His house was massive and all the rooms were looked after really, really nice because he lives in the house himself, right? And his partner. So it wasn't possible to do it in his house. But then he did say to me, if I can get a house, he's happy to come in fully. Fantastic. So I went out there, look for the right deal. When the right deal came, I came around and told him about it. He was shocked. Right, he was shocked. So he JV in that on that project with me, and then guess what? We continue joint venturing. You know, we had about 3-4 properties together, right? Because he knew what it was then, right? So these are the sort of way you could actually build that relationship, and then obviously we were sharing the profit. Right, we sharing the profit. So you have to say, okay, if I go and do this, this is X% of profit I'd like us to share. So in most cases, they're happy with that because they didn't know about the strategy anyways, and they didn't know you were going to help them rent their property out anyways. So these are the sort of ways you need to be thinking. If you don't have money, if you cannot raise the money you want, right, start looking close to you. It could be your landlord, right? It could be your landlord who would be your joint venture partner. Don't see them as a zombie. They're normal people as us. As long as you've been paying your rent on time, okay? Even if you haven't been paying your rent on time, as long as you're paying your rent, build that relationship with them, okay? You'll be surprised what you could get after that. So if you like this video or any of my videos, hit the like button below, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more of these videos. And I am doing a free property investment crash courses to talk about all these recent strategies that I use to get me to where I am today, to be able to build a multi-million pound property portfolio. And also I will teach you how to actually start the way I started to get you to where you want to go. And that is completely free. And I'm also doing a free one-to-one consultation, a strategic session for 30 minutes where you could call me, ask me any questions you may have. We can spend 30 minutes together to help you answer any of those questions you may have. Thank you so much for listening. I look forward to sharing next video.